Kari, congratulations. So wonderful to see. Please give us an update from Arizona. It sounds like the signature matching is now finally dead as a dodo bird. Are we reading this correctly?
Well, you know, we had a case that we showed what a sham signature verification was. They were taking 1 to 2 seconds and just saying accept, accept, accept with tens of thousands of signatures. We know it's a sham, it's a joke. Mail-in ballot is the way that one of the big ways they steal victories from the people. And so we pushed that case and our judge ruled against it. But another case moving forward, a judge ruled that they can't just compare these signatures from everything you've signed in your whole life. They have to go back to the original record, your voter registration record, and compare that signature. So this is a victory. We also have 4 other cases moving through the courts right now. Next week, my federal case to ban these terrible machines that have components made by our adversaries, and you know, we don't even know how they work. It's a black box where your vote goes to die. We've been working to ban those. That's moving to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. We also have a case where we are fighting for public records to get the envelopes that people mail back their ballot in, because we want to prove there are no signatures on many of these, and the signatures that are there don't even match, don't even come close. And we've got a 2-day trial on that. A lot happening. Our original election case is in the appellate court. And I'm being sued by a government official who helps run the elections for defamation because I have the audacity to speak out and let the public know what kind of elections are being run and what they're doing behind the scenes to trample on our sacred vote. So, you know, I guess if you're not being sued for defamation or caught up in lawfare, you're probably not working hard enough to save our country.
I feel like it's important to point out that the same people, the same federal government that says that 2020 is the most secure election ever, like totally miss articles like this from the Associated Press directly from Arizona. Arizona woman guilty of illegal ballot collection scheme. Arizona woman accused of illegally collecting and filling out ballots in the 2020 election has pleaded guilty, will be facing federal charges, serious forgery and conspiracy charges. These kind of stories never get any play.
Oh, and they don't. And when you hear the leftist media say there is no evidence, you know, you can bring all the evidence you want to an idiot, but you can't make an idiot look at it. And that's really what we have in the mainstream media, a bunch of idiots. There's actually video of that woman that you're showing on your screen, exchanging the money, grabbing the ballot, filling it out. It's right there on video in front of your eyes, and they're asking us not to believe our eyes anymore. We have a mountain of evidence that they rigged an election, stole an election, sabotaged an election in 2022. There's a mountain of evidence in 2020. And the media in unison, they all say, but there's no evidence. These people in the media are culpable. And that's why you're seeing the panic in the media right now, Benny, because they know they've been part of all the lies that have been perpetuated and pushed on the American people, from COVID, from the lies about COVID, from the lies about the stats of COVID deaths, from the lies about the safety and efficacy of these shots, these vaccines. They've been part of the lies. They've been part of the lies going back to smearing President Trump for 8 years, and the witch hunts and Russia, 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 all of this. And they know that they've got blood on their hands, and they're in a panic, just like the deep state actors in the swamp are in a panic. They know they've been caught.
Well, there is certainly a considerable amount of anger that I have towards this specific issue in this specific election for you, as I was on the ground in Maricopa County and saw for myself. So it was difficult for me. I left Florida, I went to Arizona, and I saw for myself. I went to polling locations, and it was chaos. It was absolute chaos on election day. Lines longer than anything I've ever seen. Lines longer than a Chick-fil-A line on a Saturday night in the drunkest street in your hometown. Like I've never seen polling places so poorly run. People didn't know what they were doing. They were showing up with like paper ballots, like the mail-in ballot. It was a disaster. It was a chaos. And so, God, like, thank you.
Designed.
Yeah.
Chaos by design.
Yes. Thank you.
Intentional sabotage. They knowingly rolled out broken equipment, tabulators that they knew would fail at 59%. They knew 59% of them would fail. They took those tabulators and they put them, surprise, surprise, in all of the Republican voting areas. And the lines were very long, starting at 6 a.m. We saw lines that were 2 and 3 and 4. We even heard a report of a 6-hour line. People were walking away and just saying, I don't have time to vote. I have to pick up my kiddos from school. I got to get to a Little League game. I have to go to work. 6 hours is a long time to wait and vote. I'm not even sure I could have done that. I definitely couldn't have. And because it was in Republican areas, the liberal media says, oh, well, and how dare it? How dare these people running Maricopa County election? They called it a hiccup. If it's truly a well-run election and a transparent election, you don't mind transparency. Instead, every step of the way, as we've tried to get public records for how this election was run, they have fought us. They've denied us those records. They've forced us to get attorneys and sue to get those records. And we're finally winning and getting those records. But that's part of their plan, Benny, is to drag their feet and hope that that we will just give up. But, I'm from Iowa. I'm the youngest of 9. I don't give up. I will never give up. This is a hill worth dying on for me.
Kari, we have a segment on the program that we are so delighted that you are joining us for. It's called Salt That Lib. It is where we play a clip where libs got really, really salty about said clip or got completely owned. And you are the subject of our Salt That Lib clip today. Please enjoy.
Which one of you is from the New York Times? You know there's only 2 genders, right? There's only 2 genders, and they know that in Iowa. I challenge the New York Times reporter and the Washington Post reporter to try to milk a cow and then try to milk a bull and see how that goes.
Spoken like a true Iowan, Kari.
That was so much fun. And I should say, I never got any credit. I was milking that cow with one hand. Did you notice that? And getting quite a bit of milk, by the way. We laugh at it, Benny, because you and I are both from the heartland. But honestly, these gender ideology majors at these universities, they should be required to get milk from a bull before they are given their diploma.
So Trump going to the Iowa State game as an Iowan, your thoughts? I'm sure you have allegiances here.
I am ecstatic. As a matter of fact, I was texting back and forth with the president on this, and I said, this is a genius political move.
Yes.
More important than that, he's going to love it because it's one of the great football rivalries in the country. In Iowa, where we're from, Betty, we don't have professional sports, so the college teams are as close as you get to professional sports. Every single Iowan will be watching or paying close attention to this game. This is a way he can reach the entirety of the state in such a positive way. Now, I know, and I'm hoping that the University of Iowa Hawkeyes win. I told him he should be neutral. Best play at neutral.
And what about moving forward in 2024? You obviously know President Trump very, very well, and there are very bright signs ahead in spite of everything that they were trying to do. It's becoming quite biblical, actually, where sort of the trappings of the evil men ensnare themselves, and you are starting to see like this real Trump moment. We spent the entire first half of the show talking about how CNN is being broken by new polls showing Donald Trump ascendant. Your thoughts on 2024? Where are we headed?
We've never seen this much momentum. We've never seen this great of a lead with, I don't think, any political figure, especially one at the president level. And we know how incredibly popular President Trump is. He won, I think it was 63 million votes his first go around in 2016. He added 12 million additional votes, winning the most ever, even though the media wants us to think Joe Biden got 81 million. President Trump actually made history in 2020 with his incredible number of new votes that were coming his way. And I think this one's going to be a blowout unlike anything we've ever seen. President Trump is the man for the moment. He is the man who's going to help save America and really save the world, because if America falls, the world falls as well. And I believe he's not only the greatest president in our history, I think he will go down as one of the greatest leaders in all human history. This is how important a moment we are in right now, Benny. And I thank God every day I wake up, I say, thank you for making me be part of this movement. And thank you for placing me here at this incredibly important moment in history. We all have God-given abilities we can use to help save our country and our world. And I know President Trump is using all of his abilities to do just that.
Yes. And you will be using your abilities, presumably, to jump back into the arena at some point, I'm certain. I assume you don't want to make any news about the Arizona Senate race on our show, but I might as well ask.
Well, I've been very honest about it. I have been honestly, seriously considering it for a while now, and I'll probably be making up my mind here in the next month or so. But we have an opportunity, Benny, to pick up a Senate seat in Arizona that right now is in the hands of somebody who votes with Joe Biden 93, 95% of the time. I can assure you, Arizonans don't agree with anything Joe Biden is doing, let alone agree with him 95% of the time. And we have another guy who's jumped in on the left who is, I think he's an admitted socialist Democrat, closer to a Marxist. This is disastrous for Arizona. I've seen the polling. I know that the people of Arizona respect me, and they know that I will work hard for them. And so I'm seriously giving it thought to jump into that. We've got to get a senator. You know, we have all these senators. Many of them have R's behind their name, but they've done everything they can to thwart the America First movement. Yes. We need senators in D.C. who will help President Trump bring about his Agenda 47, enact those amazing proposals that will help save America. So I'll be making an announcement here probably in the next month or so.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to that as much as we are looking forward to the Iowa State game. You won't be there, will you, Kari?
I wish I could be there, actually. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love going to Iowa games, especially when it's Iowa State, the Cy-Hawk game, as they call it. I am actually here in Florida right now, and I'll be speaking to an amazing group of Patriots with Byron Donald. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a commitment I made quite a while ago, and so I honor my commitment, and I'm going to have to just watch the highlights from the game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll. Kari Lake, you know where to follow her. Follow her on X. Here is her account. Kari Lake is one of the people who are actually fighting and winning. Winning, isn't it nice to see a win for election integrity? Yes, winning signature verification in Arizona. Let's keep going, chipping away at these Marxists, and Kari Lake has the sledgehammer. Godspeed.
Thank you so much. And God bless you and your family. I'm praying for your beautiful wife. I know that the delivery is going to go great, and I can't wait to see pictures of your bundle of joy.
Ah, yes. Well, we will take many pictures. I assure you of that. Thank you, Kari.